Hey, what's going on, Jet fan? What's going on, man? This is the second podcast, second show, second video for the week. Usually I do one once a week, but we got some news for the Jets fans. I'm not too excited about it, but I still got to share with the fans. First, Keith Carter from the Titans. The Jets hire him as the offensive line coach, run game coordinator, which is it's a good move. The Titans always had top 10 running game, so they average a buck 30, buck 40 per game. But then you gotta say, is it Keith Carter or was it Derrick Henry? Derrick Henry is a beast, so that's something that you can't take away from him. But then you have Brees Hall once he come back healthy next year, so things will change a little bit. So I'm not too I'm not too excited about Keith Carter is he's a decent coach, but again, was it him with the Titans or was it Derrick Henry? So I would have loved to see a different back, maybe how you would utilize him. So we'll see. But the biggest news is the Jets just hired Hackett. Right, Nathaniel Hackett. They just hired Nathaniel Hackett. His dad, Paul Hackett, was from 2001 to 2004. Was with the Jets, so they're already familiar with him. Hackett run pretty much the same system, the same West Coast offense that Mike LaFleur did, which is the same that Mike Shanahan offense. So that's something that nothing much would change, for the Jets offense. It just more the verbiage and I don't think the scheme, maybe the scheme wasn't Mike LaFleur didn't do too much. There's a lot of things that again Mike Shanahan offense it was simple. The West Coast offense is very simple. It's easy to run. You could put any running back in that system, and then they're gonna get 1,000 yards. They'll average 4 yards per carry. It's a good system. You know what I mean? Like I said, I don't know if you guys ever watched the old Denver Bronco with Terrell Davis and all those guys. So anybody they put in that system, they were pretty good. So it fit. That system is designed for running backs. So which is pretty good. And so now we'll see what happens because Hackett, when as the offensive coordinator for Green Bay, they were in top 10 offense. So they were pretty good. But again, you had Aaron Rodgers. So again, you saw what he did with Denver. Not much was going on. So I'm not too excited. I didn't really want him, but Robert Saleh was looking for someone with more experience. When you talk to Robert Saleh, so, he was looking for someone more experienced. Because moving on from Mike LaFleur, they wanted someone who actually not just call plays, but experience to know what's going on with the offense. Because offensive coordinator, both offensive and defensive coordinator is a tough. Yes, you have the head coach. The head coach is usually it's like think about a company. The head coach is the is the CEO, so to speak, of the company, and the offensive coordinator. Actually, you have a lot of different pieces. A lot of different pieces under you, and so it's tough. It's tough. So you need somebody that can manage all of that. Calling plays, design plays, and all that stuff. So you need someone that can do that. So Robert Saleh was looking for as the head coach of the Jets, of the New York Jets. So he was looking for someone that had the experience to manage to take over the team. So the best thing is someone that have that can grow. Of course, they're gonna keep Zach Wilson. So being that is a second overall pick, and then the regime don't want to seem like they didn't pick it right. So they're gonna do everything possible to help him. So they need someone that can help him, and the fact that Nathaniel Hackett want to run that same system, that West Coast offense style that the Jets already run, and it's a similar thing to his dad as well. Paul Hackett was a great offensive coordinator. So that's something I'm interested to see. It's gonna be great to see what he does. So we'll see what happens with that. That's pretty much that's that, man. With Aaron Rodgers, a lot of people are talking about Aaron Rodgers coming to the Jets. That's two number one. That's two number one picks you're gonna give to Aaron Rodgers. Not that I don't want Aaron Rodgers, but you're giving up two number one picks for him. Having Nathaniel Hackett coming in with the Jets, would he fit? Would he fit? Of course, they're buddies. So I think that they love each other. So I think that it will be great. But personally, as a fan, I'm looking at right now, Derek Carr is a cheaper option, right? Derek Carr, of course, only won one playoff in his career, but you gotta look at the team. The Raiders haven't been. Come on, they didn't surround him with a weapon until recently. But still, Jimmy G will be a cheaper option. Again, he's a free agent. He's familiar. He's very familiar with Nathaniel Hackett. He's familiar with Robert Saleh, of course. So I think that it'll be a cheaper thing. Being that he's a free agent, so Jimmy G will be best. So we'll see. So once Robert Saleh right now he's on vacation. So when he get back, I know they're gonna sit down and work on the scheme. That best fit. The running back. Breece Hall is you could plug and play in any system. He's a real deal. So I'm excited, but at the same time you got Michael Carter. Carter's not he's not the typical bruiser. He's not that typical back. He's somebody you could put him out wide, and then he's dangerous as a receiver. Even though you gotta work a little bit on his on catching the ball a little bit more. But you need somebody that could. So Nathaniel Hackett, all he's gonna do right now, design the plays to help the offense. So having Breece Hall there, it's gonna be lights out, and the Jets are gonna keep using first, second, and third down. Of course, it's Breece Hall, but then but when you're in a goal line, it's good to use Michael Carter. Even though I personally don't like it. I got you to the goal line, I should be able to score. So, but they like to use both backs on the field because so Hackett will be best to use that West Coast offense. That's something that Mike LaFleur wasn't able to do with the play calling. Maybe the quarterback, the quarterback he was dealing with, but that's something that would change with Nathaniel Hackett being here as the new offensive coordinator for the Jets, and I'm hoping in a few weeks. Well, I know February 15th is the deadline for the Raiders to keep Derek Carr. So they're not going to. February 15th they had to cut him or trade him, because if they keep him, they pay him $40 million, which they're not trying to do, because they sought him, so they wouldn't pay him. So I don't see why they would even bother keeping him. So so maybe they might move from him before February 15th, but that's the deadline. And 49ers right now, they're still playing, and they have Brock, which is lights out. So if they lose this weekend, I know that Jimmy G will be officially, well, not an official yet, but you'll be a free agent, and the Jets could say, hey, come over here, because he have a great relationship with Robert Saleh, so maybe he'll come for a cheaper price. Would he give him $20 million? No. Is he worth $20 million? No. But I don't know there's a lot of teams that right now that's in need of quarterback. So a lot of those teams will overpay for a guy like Jimmy G. So you might go to the highest bidder. Maybe I would say maybe 13 million, 12, $13 million deal for him, which is something similar to what you would give to Geno Smith. Even though Geno Smith is a better quarterback than it's crazy. People wouldn't, a Jet fan wouldn't even say stuff like that. But Geno Smith, the young man, just he grounded. He's doing his thing. He finally went to a coach or Pete Carroll that understand how to use quarterbacks. So Geno Smith doing this thing. So I could say as a free agent, I could see again the Seahawks will keep him. But what I'm saying is you work out a deal for the same deal you will give to Geno Smith is the same deal you will give to Jimmy G, because you don't want to overpay for him. Again, he's a game manager. That's it. And for the Jets with that defense, that's all you need. Somebody that can manage the game, the check down. The 3-4 yards plays when nothing is downfield, you have the running back. You could just boom, toss the ball and let him go play, because you have the playmakers, and that's where Michael Carter will come to play. Having the two back system, the two back on the field, so you could design the play action to give him the 5 yards, the 10 yards, that he'll be able to get on. So that's what you need. But the best thing is for the Jets. Again, you have to play Quentin Williams. You have to pay him. There's you want to make sure that you get another receiver. You need a number one receiver. Not that Garrett Wilson is not, but you need somebody, because to have him primarily as the guy, you need somebody that could take pressure from him, away from him. Having him as a number two, there's nothing wrong with that. But he's shown already. The guy's already, he's the offensive rookie of the year, which is great. So you need somebody bring another weapon. Somebody that could actually go out there. You call the Texan, you call the Falcons, and try to make something happen. But we'll see. But for now, it is breaking news that Nathaniel Hackett is the offensive coordinator for the New York Jets. I'm not, as a Jets fan, I'm not too excited about it, but he is. We will see what happens. Most guys are not good. They're not good head coaches, but they're solid offensive coordinators. Guys that can call plays. There's a lot of things like that. You have Rex Ryan. You have so many people, right? So let's see what happens. As a Jet fan, we'll give him a chance and see what happens. But this is right now. This is Robert Saleh's job. Both Robert Saleh and Joe Douglas. That's their job. I don't think Joe Douglas should pick any quarterbacks. Don't draft any quarterback, because that's not his strong suit. It's proven. He picked players, but quarterbacks is not his thing, man. So you shouldn't even do that. So go out and free agent. We have Jimmy G available. I would go for him. I would go for him, because again, first you got to fix the offensive line. You have to fix the offensive line. Jimmy G's cheaper. It's a cheaper option. Do you go for him as a game manager, or do you trade? Are you comfortable to give a number one draft pick for not this year draft pick, maybe a year from now or 2 years from now? But I don't know, would they want a 2-year draft pick? I would say for the Jets, if I'm the Jets, I will offer them 2025 first round pick for Derek Carr. Would they take it? Probably not. Because having Derek Carr will make you better. Now you're talking about Aaron Rodgers, right? Now would you take Aaron Rodgers and you give him 2 picks? If he wants to come here, I will go for it. Because the Jets now you have to actually go give him a number one receiver. get a number one receiver, and with the weapon we have right now, we're solid. So, but as the Jets, if I'm Joe Douglas, I would propose since Green Bay won two first round pick, but then you taking over his salary, which is a lot. So I would do a swap. I would do a swap. I would say, well, all right, I'll give you 2024 and 2025 first round picks, right? But then you would give us a second round pick for Aaron Rodgers because you were taking over that salary, which is a lot of money. Second and third probably. But the reason I say the Jets would give the two first round pick 2024, 2025, because 2023 season, you play that season. Of course, the Jets having any competent if you have any competent quarterback, the Jets will probably win 11 and 12 games. With Aaron Rodgers, of course, and that defense, you might win 14 games. And a 17-game season, I can see the Jets with Aaron Rodgers. Okay. Without Aaron Rodgers right now, without Aaron Rodgers and competent quarterback, right, that can stay healthy and a good offensive line, the Jets would win 11, 12 game easy. The Jets would have won if Mike White stayed healthy, if he was healthy, and Robert Saleh didn't muck it up and try to push Zach Wilson up there. The Jets could have easily won 11 and 12 game, and we're probably in the AFC Championship right now. You know what I mean, with that defense. But if the Jets have Derek Carr or Jimmy G, I can see them winning 11 to 12 games. Easy with that defense. Now you have Aaron Rodgers. I can see them winning at least 14 to 15 games. You know what I mean? Because Aaron Rodgers will put you in a position to win games. So and then those 2024, 2025 first round picks, those are late round picks. So you're looking at, okay, they'll pick because you win in the game, you make it the playoffs, and how deep you go in the playoff. If you go to the Super Bowl, you're talking about 32 picks. And but if you go deep, maybe maybe second, or you go to AFC Championship. Even if you lose, you're looking at 28 to 29 pick. Those when you look at it, it's like a second round pick, really. So you're not giving the high draft picks like third, fourth, 10 overall pick. You're not doing that. So it's a later pick, so you could deal with that. So the value is not still a first round pick, but the value is not as much. It's a difference between having 800 points, right? 800 points with maybe from first overall to 10 overall, like 700 to 800 points. To maybe 500 points, right? So let me say 4,000 points, 4,000 points to 1,000 points. So it's not as much. It's like draft. It would be like trading player for player. But anyway, man, I'm not excited. I'm not excited as a Jets fan. I'm not excited to see Nathaniel Hackett as an offensive coordinator for the Jets. But I want to see what's the next move. Now, okay, we have Nathaniel Hackett. We have Carter, offensive line coach. Keith Carter, offensive line coach. Right? Again, was it Derrick Henry? Or was it Keith Carter? So we're gonna see what happened. So I want to see the Jets go out there, get a number one, get a true wide receiver because I know they're gonna you gotta move on from Davis. Corey Davis, I like you, but when we needed you, you couldn't step up. So you gotta get rid of him because you gotta let go. That's too much money you paying for somebody. Number one, you can't stay healthy, and number two, a lot too many drops. You gotta cut bait. You gotta move on. So that's that. So we'll see what happened. And then final thing before I move on, man. I'm excited for the Lakers, man. Seeing AD came back, man. Whew, watching that game last night, I said, "Oh man." I don't know if you saw, if you saw that, you could look it up on YouTube, man. He took that shot and he came down holding his ankle. I was like, "Oh my god, this guy missed the glass." I said, "Oh my gosh, the guy just came back." So who knows, man? Who knows? So we'll see what happened. But they looked good last night. They looked good. They looked good last night, man. With the way it is right now, I know right now the Lakers they're trying to work out. Rob Pelinka trying to work out a deal with Chicago again to add more players. They keeping Westbrook. They're not trading Westbrook. Westbrook is staying because I think he might win the $6 million a year, and he's actually stepping it up. He's consistent, and you need that. Because it can't be just LeBron all the time. Because LeBron gonna give you 30, 40 points. Right now, he's the only player in the history of the NBA. Right? I know the haters gonna hate this, but in the history of the history of the NBA, LeBron James is the only player in the history of the NBA to drop 40 plus points with every team. So he's beating every team, in the NBA. He's beating every team in the history of the NBA. He's the only player that dropped 40 plus points a game against all the team in the NBA. No one ever done that. No one ever done that. So he's the only guy. LeBron James, the only player in the history of the NBA, since the NBA started, the only player to beat every team in the NBA 40 plus points a game. That's it. Anyway, man, they could easily go on a tear. It's good to see the Clippers, coming back. They playing lights out. Paul George, he's Kawhi is good. But you don't know what you get in. But they all look healthy now. It's scary, but I like that. I like that. So right now with the West, everything is the way things going. So nobody really want to take that top seed. You take the top seed, right? You got to worry about Clippers. You know what I mean? You got to worry about the Clippers. And if the Lakers if AD can stay healthy, LeBron stay healthy, and stuff moving, man, who knows? Who knows, man? So it's dangerous. Like I don't think as the number one seed, you want to face the eighth, or or even the play-in. You don't want to do that. So it's a little tough. But I'm excited to see what's going on. Usually I post a video a week, but it's breaking news. So I had to just come out for the Jets fan. There's a lot of fans all over. So I wanted to post that. The New York Jets just hired Nathaniel Hackett. Nathaniel Hackett, he was the head coach for Denver Broncos. They fired him, after a bad season. You got to blame Russell Wilson for that. So which is good. And then they went and hired Keith Carter from the Tennessee Titans, as the offensive line coach. Again, he did a great job with the Titans, but then is it Derrick Henry? I think Derrick Henry, you could put him on any system. He's on flourish. So, but anytime you have a superstar like that, whoever's the coach, they always gonna get credit, whether it is them or not. So, but he was in a good situation. So now coming in with the Jets, he have Breece Hall, who's coming from an injury. So hopefully by the time the season starts, he'll be fully healthy, and then we'll see what happens. But Nathaniel Hackett, he run the same system that the Jets run already. So the same West Coast offense, the same Mike Shanahan scheme. So of course they're just gonna design a few more schemes to make it work for all the players, and go out there, Joe Douglas, get a good quarterback. Uh, uh, um, like I said, Lamar Jackson is a pipe dream. Lamar Jackson is a pipe dream. So that's that. Lamar Jackson, that's tier one, right? You're looking at Derek Carr. Lamar Jackson, that's tier one, and that's not gonna happen. I don't see it happening. Aaron Rodgers, I said tier two. I don't see that happen. People talking about Tom Brady. I don't even want him. Get out of here. The guy's trash. We tired. Derek Carr, that's tier two, tier three. Jimmy G, that's four. Now, the cheapest out of all of them, Jimmy G is the cheapest. Again, he's a free agent, right? Derek Carr is the third because again, you giving up. You still got to give it. I wouldn't give a number one pick for him, but because there's a lot of teams that need quarterbacks, so it's gonna be difficult to to do that. So it's gonna be a battle. So you have to overpay to get him, but if you're gonna give a 2 first-round pick, I would, and then the Baltimore Ravens, if they're willing to get rid of Lamar Jackson, because being that he is his own agent, so coming in, he might feel disrespected, because it's not like you're talking to an agent and say, oh, he doesn't deserve it. You're talking to him directly, so things gonna be like, there's a lot of conversation that they might not want to have with him. But hey, you're gonna have to do it. So if I'm gonna give a two first round pick, I would rather give it to the Ravens, because Lamar Jackson is to me is a better quarterback than Aaron Rodgers. Yes, Aaron Rodgers is a Hall of Fame, but again, he's on a decline. So come on. So but if you could get him, hey, why not? But anyway, man, I hope again, this is the second video for the week. I hope you like and subscribe, and just go to the channel, go everything with me, man. Let's come on, let's do this. All right, have a good night. Let's go Jets.